Welcome to today's Explainer. We are diving into some absolutely fascinating source material, a definitive guide on how artificial intelligence has completely transformed the way we can generate an income right from home. We're unpacking AI Profits, the digital earning toolkit. You know, the traditional 9-to-5 is shifting fast, the gig economy is booming, and AI is sitting right at the absolute center of this transformation.
So, you want to earn money from the internet? It's a question millions of us are asking today, right? How do you actually pull this off without falling into those endless online traps? Well, the source material we're exploring reveals a massive shift. It's not necessarily about working harder anymore. It's about working smarter with the right digital levers. 10 years ago, making a real living online kind of required a computer science or marketing degree. Today, using the right AI tools is literally your ultimate shortcut. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just need to know how to drive the car.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today. We'll be covering the Digital Earning Toolkit, AI Content Writing Magic, Human Voiceovers Without Recording, Zero-Skill Video Designing, and we'll wrap up with Your Blueprint to Earning. Let's get right into it.
Starting off with Section 1, the Digital Earning Toolkit, laying the foundation.
Here is a totally crucial premise from our source. Artificial intelligence is, essentially, the great equalizer. Think about it. What used to take an entire corporate department, a research team, a copywriter, a huge budget, can now be done by one person sitting at their kitchen table. AI turns these tedious, incredibly time-consuming tasks into a really fast, manageable income stream. We've moved from an era where you had to build everything from scratch to an era where the tools are just handed to you. You don't need an office anymore, just a decent Wi-Fi connection, some curiosity, and a willingness to learn how to talk to these new systems.
Moving right along to Section 2, AI Content Writing Magic, specifically looking at ChatGPT and Google Gemini.
So what are these? They're highly advanced AI platforms that basically act as your personal, on-demand writers. But the real magic isn't just that they spit out words. It's how they understand your instructions through something called prompting. Prompting is just how you talk to the machine. Instead of just saying, write a blog, you say, act as an expert marketer and write a 500-word blog about sustainable coffee and keep the tone super upbeat. The AI gets that context and instantly generates high-quality text in seconds. Whether it's a YouTube script, website copy, or an in-depth article, it's got you covered.
And you know, there's a massive ecosystem of buyers actively hunting for these exact services. Over on freelance platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, and Freelancer, businesses are practically begging for blogs and scripts every single day. The secret sauce here is digital arbitrage. These clients are paying you for the final result, not the hours you sweated over a keyboard. If someone is happy to pay $50 for a great article, they really don't care if it took you 3 days of grueling work or 30 minutes of clever AI prompting. AI is the bridge that lets you supply that huge demand effortlessly.
Picture this workflow. You wake up, open your laptop, and boom, a new client brief is waiting for you. Instead of staring blankly at the screen battling writer's block, you just take that topic, feed the exact parameters right into the AI, and generate a draft. But actually, here is where you bring the real value. You don't just blindly copy and paste, you review it, tweak the tone, double-check the facts, and then deliver a beautifully polished piece of content. Clients are basically paying you to orchestrate the AI for them because they just don't have the time to do it themselves.
All right, stepping up the content ladder from text to audio in Section 3, Human Voiceovers Without Recording, featuring 11 Labs.
11 Labs is known globally as the absolute premier text-to-speech AI. Now, if you're thinking of those super clunky, robotic GPS voices from the 90s, completely erase that from your mind. This is a whole different ballgame. This platform turns your scripts into incredibly realistic human voices the second you start typing. The AI actually understands the context of what it's reading. It knows exactly how to emphasize a word to make a question sound totally natural, or how to drop a subtle breath right before a dramatic pause. It is so good, it's practically indistinguishable from a real voice actor in a fancy studio.
And the earning opportunities here are wild. You're not just boxed into one thing. You can sell these AI voices to other creators who desperately need narration for their YouTube channels, audiobooks, or podcasts. Or, and this is a huge trend right now, you can use those exact same voices to launch your own faceless media empire. You know those super popular channels that explain weird history facts or narrate scary stories without ever showing a face? A ton of those are entirely narrated by AI. You can literally build a whole media brand without ever buying a microphone.
Which brings us to the absolute peak of the content ladder. Section 4, Zero-Skill Video Designing, looking at Canva AI and InVideo.
Think of these platforms as your own personal production studio. They take your text, maybe the exact script you just made with ChatGPT, and they automatically generate full video sequences and graphic designs. The way this works behind the scenes is just fascinating. When you put a script into a tool like InVideo, the AI actively scans your text for keywords. If you type a bustling city street, it instantly searches its massive library, finds gorgeous B-roll of a city street, and drops it perfectly into your timeline. It handles the footage, the transitions, the text on screen, the whole shebang, all from a simple prompt.
And I love this quote straight from the source. It is incredibly empowering. You can do all of this without any video editing skills. Just think about what making a video took a few years ago. You needed a crazy expensive computer, pricey software, months of watching boring tutorials, and then hours of agonizing rendering times. Not anymore. AI completely levels the playing field. You can totally bypass years of technical training and still pump out highly engaging, professional-looking visuals right from day one. So how do you actually turn this into cash? Well, think about the businesses in your town, the local coffee shop, the gym, the real estate agent. They all know they desperately need short-form content like Instagram Reels to stay relevant, but they don't have the time to learn these tools, and there is no way they have the budget for a big creative agency. That's where you swoop in. You charge them a recurring monthly retainer to deliver a steady stream of YouTube Shorts and Facebook ads. By using these AI platforms, you basically become their entire lightning-fast creative team.
Let's tie all of this together in our final section, Section 5, your blueprint to earning. We're talking smart execution and finding clients.
The ultimate takeaway from our explainer today is absolutely critical. Yes, these AI tools do the heavy lifting. They turn what used to be a week's worth of work into an hour. But your job as a freelancer hasn't disappeared, it's just evolved. You're no longer the manual laborer typing every single word. You've been promoted to creative director. Your job now is to smartly manage these tools, ensure the quality is top-notch, and aggressively hunt down the right clients. The AI is your engine giving you unlimited horsepower, but you are still the one steering the ship.
You are now fully equipped with a seriously powerful digital toolkit to generate real income from home. We've tackled text, audio, and video. Skills that used to take a lifetime to master are literally accessible in an afternoon now. The toolkit is sitting right there, ready to go. The only missing piece of the puzzle is you. So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative question to think about. You have the knowledge, you have the AI, so who are you going to pitch to first?